Hi, my name is Pablo Alejo. I'm going to walk you through Convoco and show you how I leverage the Google APIs to power this application. Convoco is basically just a CRM that orients around conversations. What you're looking at is the convocoai.com website. This is the marketing website. And when you go to the bottom, to the footer, you will see that we have privacy policy as well as terms of service. The privacy policy, I have put the Google workspace data information in this section. There's a link to the API services user data policy. So you'll see that there. And so this is basically the way that that's kind of set up. The terms of condition or service are relatively the same. I have put every bit of the information here, and it covers pretty much everything that how I use information for the system, and I do not sell it outside of the system or use it outside of the system. To go to the app, because it's not connected to the main website at the moment, you just have to put in app.convocoai.com, and that takes you to this. So this is the login. We use Google single sign-on. Open up the app, you are taken to the dashboard. Let me show you how everything kind of connects. So a user has the ability to manage their calendar. This application connects to a Google Calendar and can backfill up to, I think, 6 months. And from there, or maybe 9 months, something like that. And what the application does is it just pulls the information from the calendar invite. When was it? What time was it? What day? What time? And who are the people involved? That helps me understand the relationship status, or I'm sorry, the relationship history between two people. And you can connect more than one Google account. So there's the primary account, which is this is what is managed by the application from an organizational level. But if you wanted to, you have the ability to add and connect other like Gmail accounts. So if you have personal, but you want to keep them personal conversations, but yeah, you want to be able to leverage this tool using them. You have your primary account, which is more business oriented. Then you can bring in your personal account, or maybe other Gmail that are business oriented. But actually, I'm gonna confirm, make sure. Yeah. Yeah. And so actually, I'm just let me reframe this. So this checkbox here says also let Convoco pull recent emails for named people. So basically what this is actually not pulling in full emails. This is strictly just pulling in that there were emails. I will show you how that's used. So you hit continue. And then what will happen is the system will now ask me to authenticate using my Gmail account. Right now, this is why I'm going through this process, is I want to verify the application so that I can bypass this. But here you can see all of the things that I am looking to leverage. So this will be Google Drive, as well as contacts and calendar information. So hit continue. And now that is in place. What it's asking, and the purpose of this is so that I can import conversations that I've had with people that versus pulling in everything. So I get to select which people I want to talk to. And so if I wanted to do in 6 or 3, 6, 12 months, I have that ability, and it cannot read that much, I guess. Might be a bug there, but it did pull this 6 month. So anyway, so I would basically select them, and what will happen is it will then be pulled into the application so I can use it for other things. So actually, and it automatically sets this as a personal relationship, but I have the ability to change that. Now, So that's sort of how that works. When I hit admit, that person will then, those meetings will be pulled in, and I'll have the history of those meetings, but it'll also create this person in my people. So let me just show you what that looks like. So that new user that was just created. Okay, go to the person details, which shows that's the person I just pulled in. And there are no conversations because it's going through the process of actually analyzing all of those now. It will take probably a few minutes, but for the main conversations, let me just show you what that looks like and show you actually how this system works at a high level. So every meeting has 3 components. There's a prepare, there's a capture, and then there is a review phase. The prepare phase is where I am being coached for that conversation. The whole purpose of this is to help people have better conversations. So normally what I would do is I would put in some context here. Let's say this is a weekly business development meeting. Now, when it comes to emails, what actually happens is that I am able to view past emails. And if there are certain ones that actually have good context, I can bring that context into the overall coaching for this meeting. So this one is fine. The body looks right. It's basically kind of breaking down what this meeting is. And then I will hit save and basically recreate that, or actually create the prepare phase. Just going to go through this process. And this is my coaching. So you'll see it kind of uses that context to help create that. And that is pretty much every bit of the major functionality that I leverage Google APIs for. With the exception of this one last piece. I forgot about this. Let me go to an older email. Older conversation. Sure. So there are certain meetings where I am able to use Google Meet. When I do, I actually capture that transcript. And that transcript is then input into the coaching phase. And that basically, in the capture phase, I am synthesizing down that conversation with just answering just like one question that's required. The rest are optional. And then kind of getting a thumbs up, thumbs down. And just then I have an open space where I give notes. And then it takes all of that information and creates an actual review that helps me get better at having those conversations with this person. That is the way that Convoco leverages Google's APIs. Thank you.